Okay, so we'll see worksheet 1, question and answers. Approximate length of small intestine is 7 meters. Which of the following helps in clotting of blood in cut or wound? Platelets or thrombocytes. Assertion. This is both are same, so we can leave this one. Hand limbs of birds are modified into wings for flight. Correct, correct. Changing the correct. Four limbs. Four limbs of birds are modified into wings for flight. The arteries are thin, so the walls of arteries are thin, less muscular, and non-elastic. Thick and muscular, or you can say the veins instead of arteries. You can change without walls. Okay. The process of taking food into the body is digestion. Is it correct, or which one needs to change? The process of taking food into the body. Huh? Yeah, what is wrong in that one? No, it is not digestion, it is ingestion. To replace the digestion with ingestion. Okay. The largest gland in the human body. Liver. The shape of red blood cells. Circular, biconcave, and disc shaped. A place where plants and animals live naturally. It's called habitat. Next one. Dash or plants that grows on other plants and derive nutrients from air, rain and air. That is epithetical plants, epiphyte plants. Epiphyte plants or the roots, you can say. Okay. Next one. Dash or blood vessels which carry blood towards the heart. Veins, correct. The stomach releases hydrochloric acid and dash juices which act gastric juices. Good. Pancreatic juice is mapped with trypsin. Blood platelets. No, thrombocytes. Blood platelets, thrombocytes. RBCs, red blood cells or erythrocytes. WBC, white blood cells or leukocytes, and blood platelets or thrombocytes. Next one is aquatic plants. What are they called? Hydrophytes. Good. Then mucus, hydrochloric acid, trypsin, and pepsin. Trypsin. Why? No, no, no. Yeah, trypsin, correct. Sorry, trypsin is correct. Then neutrophils, monocytes. Answer is monocytes. That is the odd one out. Gills, lateral line, wings, swim bladder. Wings. These all three fish have, but the wings fish does not have. Differentiate between aquatic plants and terrestrial plants. Mhm. Aquatic plants, they live in water. Terrestrial plants, they live in the land. Okay. First one with respect to water or land. Second one, aquatic plants, like you have air sacs filled in the leaves or the roots, but terrestrial plants don't have anything like that. Okay. You can say those 2 points. What is bile? From where it is secreted? Gastric juice. No, bile is the juice secreted by liver. So from where it is secreted means by liver. Actually, from bile there is a gallbladder attached to it. It is stored in it, and from there it is released into the small intestine. And then what it will do, it will react with the food that enters the small intestine and makes it alkaline. Because what happens in the stomach, there is hydrochloric acid is released, and the food becomes acidic. So now it needs to be converted to the alkaline. So, and that function is done by the bile. Okay, name the different types of blood vessels and their functions. This is very important. That is there on page number 72. That's why you have to learn it. All the tables in page number 72. Artery, vein, capillaries. Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Functions. Artery take away the blood from the carries respiratory gases, oxygen and O2. Okay. Veins. Veins carry blood to the heart, and the capillaries join they both. That's all differences. Veins carry blood to the heart. Artery has thick muscular that wall without walls. Vein has thin muscular walls with walls. Then arteries are deep-seated and veins are superficial. Good. Arteries are deep-seated, veins are superficial. Next one. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries, and veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins. Okay, that is difference between artery and vein. Then capillaries. What are the function of capillaries? It has. I might have wrote here. Arteries carries blood away from the heart, and arteries carry blood away from the heart, and capillaries help in exchange of gases. Okay, that is capillaries, right? Where are we? Okay, this is this one. Next, what are xerophytes? Aquatic. Aquatic. No. Xerophytes are not aquatic. See, the plants are basically like you have terrestrial, aerial, and aquatic, right? The aquatics are called hydrophytes, like water lily, all those things. Water hyacinth, Hydrilla vallisneria. Those are hydrophytes. Then aerial, you have some plants. Then in terrestrial, you have four types. One is xerophytes, mesophytes, and halophytes. What is xerophytes? Those plants that live in the dry conditions. Those are xerophytes. Cactus, you can say cactus. Date, palm. These plants you can tell. Those are xerophytes. They live in the dry conditions. Then there are some plants which live in the normal conditions. Those are mesophytes. Example, mango, banyan, pine, fir, spruce. You can tell all those things. Then there is halophytes. Halophytes are those that live in marshy areas or saline, salty near the seas, where there is normally the soil is salty. Okay. Xerophytes are those terrestrial plants that live in dry conditions. Example, cactus, you can tell. Okay. Draw well-labeled diagram of RBC. So you have to draw this diagram. Remember their shapes. Okay. Differentiate between digestion and absorption. 2 points. Digestion starts from mouth. Digestion, what is digestion? It breaks down the food into smaller particles, which is easily soluble. That soluble food can be acted on by enzymes. Okay, breaks down the food into simpler forms, which is soluble. That is digestion, and it begins with the mouth, and then it happens in small intestine. All these things. Then absorption. When the food that enters in the small intestine, it is absorbed by finger-like structures. That is called villi. The villi. Okay. The thin vessels of villi absorb amino acids and glucose. The lymph well inside the villi there is the lymph vessel which absorbs fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, clear or not? Tell me, what is absorption?
They are finger-like projections called villi, which absorbs fat and amino acid.
Digestion. Breakdown of the food into smaller forms easily by which it can be easily soluble. Look at the diagram following the questions. What it is given there? Where are the questions? Here. Name the type of adaptation seen in the animal. What adaptation? Aerial. What type of bones does this animal have?
Thin and lightweight.
Thin and lightweight. Okay. Differentiate between water hyacinth and water lily.
Water
Hyacinth.
Water hyacinth is a fully submerged plant.
No.
It is a submerged plant.
No. Water hyacinth is free floating form. Of aquatic plant. And then water lily is
submerged.
Leaves floating, but roots. The roots are like fixed. It's partially, you can say. It's not fully floating, it's partially. And then water lily is free floating forms. Then Vallisneria and Hydrilla, fully submerged plants. Like for example, in the aquarium, it is there completely inside the water. Okay, just remember these things. Tell this in biology laboratory, cactus, rose, hydrilla plants are kept. Teacher asks students to select each plant of a desert habitat. Which plant? Cactus. Why?
Because it has fleshy,
thick fleshy leaves.
Thick fleshy stem.
Leaves of the stem. Okay.
And it has spines.
Which can store water in it.
Which can store water in it, and spines modified into leaves.
To prevent the water loss. Okay. So this is about worksheet 1. Then we go to the worksheet 2. Answer fast so that we can complete quickly. Fish moves in water with the help of dash. Fins and tails. Fins and tails. The cells in the blood which destroy disease-causing germs are white blood cells. Assertion A says that mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from the harmful effects of hydrochloric acid, and the reason is in the absence of mucus, hydrochloric acid can cause acidity and ulcers. Both are true. Because what happens when the hydrochloric acid reacts, it makes the food acidic. So when the food becomes acidic, it may damage the inner linings of the wall. And in order to prevent that damage of inner lining of the stomach, there is a mucus which is also released as a part of gastric juice, and this protects the inner lining of the wall. So both are true. This is the site of complete digestion and absorption of food. Which one? Somewhat tricky question. Complete digestion and absorption of food. Rectum. Small intestine. In large intestine, water is absorbed from the undigested food. Through rectum and anus, the solid feces is stored there and it comes out through anus. Stomach is where the enzymes are released and they act on the food. So digestion and absorption takes in small intestine. Now tell this one. If they ask to replace, you have to replace that also. Camel hump has water stored in it. True or false?
False.
What it has? So you have to replace water with fats. Blood is red because of presence of plasma. True or false?
False.
False. Why it is red? Hemoglobin. And hemoglobin consists of two parts, hemine and globin. Amine part refers to the iron part, and the globin refers to the protein part. Next, a trypsin is a starch digesting enzyme. No, false. False. What the trypsin does? Trypsin converts proteins to peptides and peptides to amino acids. Okay, that is what it is. Not starch digesting enzyme. That is false. Prothrombin and fibrinogen helps in blood clotting. True, because these are platelets and this helps in blood clotting. The digestion of food begins in mouth and ends in small intestine. False. 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 Is it false? Large. Begins in mouth and ends in small intestine. True. 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 It is true. Not false. It is true. Okay. Remember the act of expelling the feces. What it is called? Yes. Egestion. Egestion. Egestion or defecation. I told this number of times. Defecation. Defecation. Remember. I will not tell again and again. The liquid part of the blood. Plasma. Plasma. Most common adaptations found in animals in mountains. Thick fur. Thick fur to protect themselves from the cold. Okay. Then respiratory organs of fish. Gills. Gills. An aerial plant. Orchids. Orchids. Good. Next. Head, trunk and tail of a fish to merge to form a dash shape. Streamlined. Streamlined or spindled shape, you can tell. Arteries and veins are joined by a network of dash. Capillaries. Capillaries. Okay. In the capillary, you have to remember epithelial roots because you have a single layer of flat roots that is called epithelial. They may ask because that is somewhat complex thing and you have to remember that one. Okay. In the mouth, the tongue helps in mixing dash with the food, saliva with the food and soften it. Okay. Next one, bile juice. Liver. Liver. Prothrombin and blood, blood clotting. Okay. Sundari trees. Do you know? New metaphors. New metaphors. Sundari tree is an example of new metaphor where they survive in marshy areas or saline areas near the sea. Sea. Okay. Sea borders, you can say. So it is new metaphor. P is silent there. Okay. Next one. Mouth, stomach, small intestine and kidney. 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 It is kidney. Because mouth, stomach, small intestine are part of digestive system. Erythrocytes, leukocytes, phagocytes, and thrombocytes. Phagocytes. These three are erythrocytes, leukocytes, thrombocytes are red RBC, WBC, and platelets. But what is phagocytosis? What is phagocytosis? This is important word. So in WBC, you have two things, right? Agranulocytes and granulocytes. No. In WBC, you have agranulocytes and granulocytes. What are granulocytes? Neutrophils, eosinophils, and there is one more. What is that one? Basophils. And in agranulocytes, you have lymphocytes and monocytes. Okay. Neutrophils kills the germs that enter with the food. Neutrophils kills the germs that enter with the food, and this process is called phagocytosis. Remember that one. Okay. White blood cells, they kill the germs. That is why they are called the police force of the body. Next one. Parrot toes, heavy eyelashes, light bones, and air sacs. This is somewhat ambiguous question, but the answer should be heavy eyelashes because the remaining three they may relate to the bird, but birds don't have heavy eyelashes. Okay, clear? Because if they have heavy eyelashes, they cannot fly. How is water lily adapted to its habitat? Uh, it has spines at the end of the leaves, at the bottom of the leaves to protect the not spines, thorns here. Thorns to protect the to protect the water lily from fishes. And next one,
and it has rims like structure on the leaves to protect from insects and birds.
Correct. It has rim-like structure on its leaves to protect itself from insects and birds, and it has thorns or spines at the bottom of the leaves to protect itself from the fish. What are villi? State their functions.
Villi have finger-like projection in the small intestine which absorbs amino acid, fats, and salivary amylase.
No. Villi are finger-like projections present in the small intestine that increase the area of absorption. Villi are finger-like projection present in the small intestine that increase the area of absorption. Those are villi. What are the functions? Thin lining of the villi, they absorb amino acids and glucose, and inner center part of the villi, that is lymph vessel, they absorb fatty acids and glycerol. Correct? Two things are there: thin lining, amino acids and glucose, and in the lymph vessel, which is there in the center of the villi, fatty acids and glycerol. Right? Okay. Next one. Where third one. State the functions of white blood cells.
It helps in killing the germs entering our body. It has two parts, granulocytes and agranulocytes.
No, you have to tell two things. First one is, whenever there is a bacteria that is entering in the food, neutrophils of the white blood cells, they kill the germs that enter with the food. That is the first function. The second function, the lymphocytes that are present in like one of the granulocyte, the lymphocyte, what they will do, they will release the antibodies that provide the immunity to the body. White blood cells, in white blood cells there are lymphocytes, they will release antibody that provide immunity to the body, and the neutrophils that is present in granulocytes, they kill the germs entering through the food. Okay, they kill the disease causing germs. That is why white blood cells are called police force of the body. Clear? Hmm. Define indigestion, causes of indigestion. Indigestion is a condition where the food is not digested properly because there is eating the causes of it is eating too much spicy food, eating when not hungry, and eating too much sweets. So indigestion is a condition in which the food is not digested properly and the person feels as if the stomach is always full. That is what you have to say. The causes are eating too much and eating too much spicy food, eating too much when not hungry, and what is the third one? Eating too much sweets. Okay, those two you can say. Label the diagram of blood cells. You have to draw this one. Primary and secondary adaptations. This is important. Tell fast. Primary adaptations are the adaptations which are taken from ancestors, and secondary adaptations. No, that is not there. Primary adaptations are the adaptations in which the organism, the current organism, and their ancestors, they both survive in the same habitat. The organism and its ancestors, they both have survived in the same habitat. Example, fish. Secondary habitat includes those adaptations in which the organism is living in different habitat, but their ancestors lived in another habitat. Okay, for example, whales. The ancestors of whales, they have survived in another habitat, but now the whales are living in the water, their aquatic habitat. So that is what you have to say. Primary adaptations are those adaptations in which the organism and their ancestors both have survived in the same habitat. Example, fish. Secondary adaptations are those adaptations in which the organism and their ancestors have survived in the different habitats. Ancestors, they survived in different habitat. Now tell this one. This is very important. It may come for 4 or 5 marks or 1 or 2 questions. Trypsin. What is the substrate? Pepsin. No, sorry, proteins. Proteins or peptides. It converts proteins to peptide, right? There is answer. We can check here also at the bottom. We'll check that one afterwards. Next one, fat. Fat is converted to fatty acids and glycerol. By which one? No, enzyme you have to say. Stepsin. STEAPSN. Then you have the maltase enzyme. It converts maltose to fast. No, glucose. Maltase converts maltose to glucose. Pancreatic amylase, it converts what? It converts to maltose. Which one it converts to maltose? Starch. Pancreatic amylase converts starch to maltose. Erepsin. Erepsin is the enzyme and it converts peptide to fast, please. Glucose. Amino acids and glucose. Amino acids you can take. Okay. That milk protein is a substrate and they are converted to peptides. By which one? Huh? Protein. No, renin. Renin is an enzyme which converts milk protein to peptides. Next, stepsin converts DAS to fatty acids and glycerol. Always remember here, whenever the end product of fatty acids and glycerol, it is always substrate is always fat. Just remember that one. Okay. Next one, last one. Pepsin converts DAS to peptide. Proteins. Pepsin converts protein to peptides. Okay. Next one. Differentiate between WBC and platelet. WBC are called police force. Are called police force. They kill the germs which are entering our body. They have two parts, granulocytes and agranulocytes, and blood platelets uh, help in clotting of the blood. Good, help in clotting of the blood. What are enzymes? This is important. Enzymes are biocatalysts that act on a substance and produce the end product. Like just now we have seen this one. These are all enzymes. They act on the substrate and produce the end product. Enzymes are the biocatalyst. Catalyst means what? That which helps in anything. That is called catalyst. And bio, it is coming from living organisms. So biocatalyst means that which helps in something that is coming from living organism. Biocatalyst. Helping in what? Digestion of food. The enzymes helps in digestion of food. They act on this substrate and produce the end product. Enzymes are biocatalysts that acts on the substrate and produce the end product. Enzymes are the biocatalysts that acts on the substrate and produce the end products. Clear? Remember that one. Table and then main functions of arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries have thick walls without. Function is telling, not the differences. Functions. Artery carries gases to the heart. No, take away from the heart, and blood capillaries. Artery carries the blood away from the heart, right? Veins towards the heart, and blood capillaries are those which links the arteries and veins. Okay, and All arteries except pulmonary artery carry oxygenated blood. All veins except pulmonary veins carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, function wise you have to tell, not differences. Now this one. Name the type of adaptation seen in this plant.
Desert.
No, desert you can't say because this is plant xerophyte. Terrestrial habitat, or you can say, sorry, type of adaptation. Adaptation. So it is xerophyte. Okay. List the adaptation found in the above plant. What is the adaptation?
Desert.
No, no. You have to tell it has thick fleshy leaves which can store water, and it has spines to prevent the water loss during transpiration. The adaptation, how it itself has adapted to the environment, that you have to say. Difference between water hyacinth and water lily we have seen just now. Okay, we will not go again. See this question. A plant P has aerial roots. It grows on other plants without harming them. It has special roots called Q. What are P and Q?
Orchid.
Orchid. And what are those roots? Epithetical roots. Epithetical roots. You have to remember that. And give example of such plant means orchids you can take. Next one. Digested food is absorbed into blood vessels in the wall of small intestine through millions of finger called a villi, and undigested food from another organ. What is that one?
Feces.
Undigested waste from small intestine in another organ. What is that one? It's not feces. Large intestine. The organ B absorbs water from waste material. So A is villi and B is large intestine. Briefly explain the process in which undigested food is thrown out. The large intestine absorbs the food from the undigested, absorbs the water from the undigested food, and it stores there in the rectum for few hours, and then through the anus it is thrown out. This entire process is called digestion or defecation. Difference between mastication and digestion. What is mastication? Chewing, like cow chews the grass. That is called mastication. The process of chewing the food in the mouth is called mastication. And digestion?
The process of um, sucking the.
No. There is a process of breaking the food into small forms, like soluble form, which can be like absorbed by other parts. Okay. Next one, major functions of saliva.
It softens the food. And it makes ball-like mass structure called
ball-like mass, not structure. Ball-like mass called bolus. Okay, that's all you have to tell. Now this one, what is A?
uh, mouth.
No, salivary glands. B?
Esophagus.
Esophagus. Next, C?
Stomach.
Stomach. What is D?
Gallbladder.
No, pancreas. F?
Liver.
Liver. G?
Gallbladder.
Gallbladder. Next one, I think it is E. E is which one? Fast please.
Small intestine.
Small intestine. H? Where is G? G is gallbladder. Okay, E is small intestine. H?
Rectum.
Rectum. And J? J or I?
Anus.
Anus. What are the digestive juice secreted by AFCD? A secretes saliva, and C secretes gastric juices. Gastric juices, hydrochloric acid, mucus, you can tell that one. Pepsin, right? Trypsin and strepsin. There are some enzymes. Then D, pancreatic juices. A, what is F?
Bile.
Bile. F is liver, it secretes a bile. C is stomach, gastric juices. A is like the in the buccal cavity, that is salivary, saliva. And then what? D. D is pancreatic juice. Okay. We stop here and we upload this. Let us see.